I remember the exact moment I realized my balance wasn't what it used to be. I was walking through my kitchen. No obstacles, no distractions, just an ordinary day. Suddenly, I stumbled. I caught myself, thank goodness, but something inside me shifted. A quiet voice asked, "What if I hadn't caught myself? What if I had fallen?" That moment stayed with me because losing your balance isn't just about tripping or being clumsy. It's about something deeper. It's about confidence. It's about independence. And most of all, it's about safety. If you are a woman over 60 or over 70 like me, you need to know something important. Doctors now say that 99% of older women will experience balance issues at some point, and that number shocked me. 99 out of 100. But here's the part that gives me hope. The majority of those issues are not caused by aging alone. They're caused by things we can change, things we can fix. In this presentation, I'm going to walk you through 8 common mistakes that are quietly stealing your balance, your confidence, and possibly even your freedom without you realizing it. And most of these are things you do every day. Some of them you may be doing right now. I want you to stay with me all the way to the end because one particular mistake, it's the one that sent me straight to the floor, and it taught me a lesson I'll never forget. You are not alone in this, and you are not powerless. There are simple steps we can take, starting today, to feel stronger, steadier, and more secure. Let's do this together. When it comes to balance, most people often think about exercises or perhaps medications, but one of the biggest reasons older women lose their stability truly begins at the very bottom, with our shoes. For years, I wore those charming little ballet flats, finding them cute, simple, and wonderfully easy to slip on, believing I felt perfectly comfortable in them. However, one afternoon, while simply walking down the sidewalk near my home, the edge of a flat caught on a raised piece of pavement, and I narrowly avoided going face first into a rose bush. That wasn't just a close call, it was a profound wake-up call. As we mature, the very structure and padding of our feet undergo changes. Arches can flatten, the protective fat pads on the soles of our feet gradually wear down, and the muscles in our legs and ankles don't respond with the same swiftness they once did. This means that the shoes that served us perfectly well a decade ago might now be subtly, yet seriously, putting us at risk. A truly effective shoe is far more than just something to cover your feet. It forms your fundamental foundation, and if that foundation becomes weak, everything above it naturally grows unstable. So, what exactly makes a shoe right for you at this stage in life? Firstly, it absolutely must feature a firm, non-slip sole, which explicitly means no smooth, worn-down bottoms that offer zero grip. Secondly, you need significant structure and supportive design, something that firmly holds your ankle and arch securely in place, rather than allowing your foot to flop around loosely. Thirdly, adequate cushioning is essential. Think memory foam or a well-designed supportive heel cup, especially if you spend a lot of time walking on hard surfaces such as tile or concrete. Finally, the fit is paramount. A shoe that is too loose can trip you up just as easily as one that is too tight. You might initially think, I don't want to wear orthopedic shoes, they're often so ugly. But here's the wonderful news. Today's market has thoroughly caught up, offering truly stylish and supportive options. I myself discovered a beautiful pair in a soft gray, adorned with elegant floral accents. They look fantastic and feel even better. Let's also take a moment to discuss slippers. I used to wear them all day long at home, finding them soft, cozy, and completely charming, yet they were entirely slick on the bottom, offering zero grip. I simply didn't realize how truly dangerous they were until a near-slip incident while I was carrying a heavy load of laundry. Consequently, even within the comfort of my home, I now wear shoes with a proper sole, not heavy boots, just something stable and equipped with good grip. The difference has been remarkable. I walk taller, feel profoundly more confident, and haven't tripped on that pesky rug corner in months. Shoes might seem like such a small, trivial detail, but when you are over 60, they are anything but small. They represent safety, embody confidence, and can sometimes be the critical distinction between experiencing a normal, uneventful day and enduring an emergency room visit. This next point might come as a surprise. It certainly surprised me. For a long time, I mistakenly believed that strength training was exclusively for younger individuals. I imagined it involved going to a gym, lifting impressively heavy weights, or enthusiastically joining a bustling fitness class filled with loud music and tight, revealing outfits, none of which felt like me. I confidently figured that my daily activities, like walking, cleaning, and gardening, provided sufficient physical engagement. However, I was mistaken. It wasn't enough. The truth is, after reaching the age of 50, our bodies regrettably begin to lose muscle mass every single year, not just a small amount, but a significant portion. This process happens so gradually that it often goes completely unnoticed until one day you attempt to rise from a low chair and find you can't manage it without relying on both arms to push yourself upward. This isn't simply getting older, it's undeniable muscle loss, and the encouraging news is, it's largely reversible. I initiated my journey slowly, without joining a gym or investing in expensive weights. Instead, I purchased a modest pair of light dumbbells from a local store and conveniently kept them near my couch. I started performing simple movements while I watched television, exercises such as arm curls, wall push-ups, and seated leg lifts. Some days, I didn't even use weights, relying solely on my body weight. My objective wasn't to achieve the physique of a fitness model, but rather to diligently rebuild the strength I had quietly lost. The changes manifested rapidly. Within weeks, I distinctly noticed that standing from the couch required considerably less effort. I felt stronger when carrying groceries, and I even began walking uphill with greater confidence. More profoundly, my body began to react again. You know that fleeting moment when you trip and instinctively attempt to catch yourself? If your legs and core lack sufficient strength, your body tends to simply collapse. However, with newfound strength, your body actively fights back, stabilizing itself and effectively keeping you upright. Moreover, there's a significant emotional dimension to strength. It's not merely physical, it's also mental and emotional. When you feel strong, you inherently act strong, stopping yourself from automatically avoiding curbs, uneven paths, or stairs, thus reclaiming a vital sense of freedom. Even just 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, is all it truly takes, and it can be conveniently done at home, perhaps in your pajamas, while you enjoy your favorite show. There's no pressure, only continuous progress. Every small improvement makes a tangible difference because strength diligently protects you, not just from falls, but fundamentally from fear. You might not immediately associate your eyesight with your balance, but these two senses are profoundly interconnected, far more than most people initially realize. I certainly didn't make that crucial connection myself at first. I simply attributed my occasional clumsiness in the dark to being slightly uncoordinated or presumed my home lighting was too soft. However, one pivotal night, I got up to use the bathroom, deliberately not turning on the light to avoid waking my husband. As I tiptoed cautiously across the hallway, I completely missed the edge of a small rug and consequently fell hard onto my knee. It took over a week for me to stop limping. That jarring experience taught me a profound lesson. Our eyes play an absolutely critical role in assisting our brains to accurately understand where we are situated in space. It's not solely about reading text or recognizing familiar faces. It's intricately about judging distances, discerning subtle contrasts, and confidently navigating steps, shadows, and various uneven surfaces. As we naturally age, our vision undergoes changes. While these changes may not always feel dramatic or sudden, they are often sufficient to significantly affect our depth perception and, by extension, our balance. You might not consciously realize that you're stepping just an inch too far, or not quite far enough, until it's unexpectedly too late. Many women over 60 regrettably continue to wear glasses with outdated prescriptions. I readily admit it. I wore mine for nearly 4 years without a necessary update, believing they were still good enough. However, after that painful fall, I finally prioritized seeing my eye doctor, and sure enough, my prescription had indeed changed significantly. I also learned about beneficial options such as anti-glare coatings and specialized lenses designed to enhance contrast in low-light settings. These relatively minor upgrades made an immense difference. It's not exclusively about our glasses. Proper lighting is equally crucial. A dimly lit hallway or bathroom can exacerbate everything, making it harder to see and consequently throwing your balance off, especially during nighttime excursions. I've since added small, convenient plug-in nightlights to my bedroom, hallway, and bathroom. They were inexpensive and effortless to install, but they have gifted me a newfound sense of confidence when moving about after dark. If your current glasses are scratched, old, or no longer perfectly tailored to your evolving visual needs, they could be unwittingly placing you at risk every single day. Furthermore, if your home is riddled with dark corners or pervasive shadows, your eyes are constantly performing extra, strenuous work, which can inevitably lead to disorientation, dizziness, and even bouts of vertigo. So, please do yourself a significant favor. Clean your lenses diligently, schedule that long overdue eye exam, and replace dim bulbs with brighter, warmer LED lights. Your balance fundamentally starts with what you perceive, so make absolutely certain you are seeing clearly. This next mistake struck much closer to home than I care to admit. A few years ago, I began a new medication for my blood pressure. I had been experiencing occasional lightheadedness, so my doctor prescribed something to help manage it. I took it exactly as directed, fully expecting to feel better. Instead, I started feeling progressively more off balance. I would stand up from the couch, and the room would subtly tilt, just enough to make me pause and steady myself. At first, I attributed it to being tired or perhaps dehydrated, but deep down, I knew something wasn't quite right. Then one evening, as I rose too quickly, I stumbled and bumped into the coffee table. I didn't fall, thank goodness, but it deeply scared me. That night, I finally took the time to read the fine print on the pill bottle, and there it was, clear as day. May cause dizziness or loss of balance. I truly wish I had paid attention sooner. As we get older, our bodies metabolize medications differently. A dosage that worked perfectly fine when we were 50 might be too strong at 70. On top of that, many of us take multiple medications, and the side effects can interact in complex ways that our doctors might not immediately notice or predict. The plain truth is, you absolutely have to be your own most ardent advocate. Your doctor sees many patients. Only you truly inhabit your body. If something feels off, even slightly, write it down. Dizziness, unusual fatigue, lightheadedness. Do not brush it off. Bring a detailed list to your doctor or pharmacist, ensuring you include every medication, even over-the-counter pain relievers, vitamins, and supplements. When I finally spoke up, my doctor thoroughly reviewed everything I was taking. He adjusted the dosage of that blood pressure medicine, and just like that, the dizziness disappeared, my balance improved, and my confidence returned. So, here's my firm advice. Never ignore what your body is trying so hard to tell you. Trust your instincts, read the labels carefully, ask questions without hesitation, and absolutely do not settle for the dismissive, "it's just aging" explanation. Sometimes it truly is the medicine, and sometimes a simple adjustment can make all the difference in your day-to-day stability and well-being. For the longest time, I steadfastly told myself that I absolutely did not need a cane. I was fiercely independent. I could navigate just fine on my own. Sure, I'd occasionally reach for the back of a chair or lean on the kitchen counter now and then, but that certainly didn't signify anything serious, right? Wrong. What I was doing is a habit many older adults adopt without even consciously realizing it. It's called furniture walking. This involves subtly using chairs, tables, walls, and countertops to steady yourself as you move through your home. While it might initially feel like a completely harmless habit, in truth, it's often a quiet but significant warning sign. I framed it as staying independent, but deep down, I was truly afraid of what it might imply if I resorted to using a cane. Would people perceive me differently? Would I suddenly feel old, or perhaps even weak? Then, one particularly telling afternoon, I was carrying a full, heavy basket of laundry from the bedroom to the living room. My hands were completely full, leaving me nothing to steady myself with. As I stepped onto the hardwood floor, I shifted my weight ever so slightly, just enough to throw myself completely off balance, and I nearly tumbled straight into a sturdy side table. That moment scared me more profoundly than I care to admit. The very same week, I went shopping and discovered a beautiful, lightweight cane featuring an elegant floral design that genuinely made me smile. It boasted a comfortable grip, and to my pleasant surprise, I felt no shame whatsoever in using it. In fact, I felt a profound sense of relief because now, instead of instinctively grabbing for furniture that was never designed to adequately support my full weight, I had something purpose-built precisely for that objective, my safety. Since then, I've walked taller, moved with considerably more confidence, and ceased feeling as though I needed to catch myself every few steps. And, I must share, no one has ever looked at me with pity. On the contrary, more often than not, people admire the cane and even comment on how stylish it is. Using a cane is not a surrender. It's not an admission of defeat. It is, unequivocally, a conscious choice for strength. It's a deliberate choice for safety. And more than anything else, it's a choice for profound peace of mind. If you find yourself reaching out for furniture more frequently than you used to, even just in case, that is your body gently but clearly asking for help. And there is absolutely nothing weak about listening attentively to it. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even realize balance exercises were a dedicated thing until I wandered into a local wellness class at the community center. I anticipated gentle stretching, perhaps a touch of seated yoga. I certainly wasn't expecting to stand precariously on one foot or attempt to walk in a perfectly straight line, heel to toe, and I most definitely wasn't expecting to feel quite so unsteady. That very first class served as a profound wake-up call. I came to the startling realization that I had done almost nothing proactive to actively maintain my balance. I had simply assumed it would naturally endure, much like breathing or blinking, without any effort on my part. But it doesn't. As we inevitably age, our balance gradually weakens, not because we become careless, but largely because we cease actively challenging it. Our ankles can stiffen, our core muscles tend to weaken, and our brains gradually stop practicing those minute micro-adjustments that once came so naturally. Yet, here lies the truly beautiful part. Balance can be effectively trained, even in your 70s, 80s, and well beyond. Your body still retains its incredible capacity for learning and adaptation. I began my personal journey modestly by standing on one leg for a mere 15 seconds while brushing my teeth, by walking across the hallway with my feet deliberately placed in a straight line from heel to toe, and by gently shifting my weight from left to right while holding onto the back of a sturdy chair for support. It didn't necessitate fancy equipment or arduous, lengthy workouts, just a little mindful intention, a few dedicated minutes here and there. And you know what truly happened? I began to feel considerably more secure and grounded. I stopped instinctively bracing myself every time I stood up. I ceased second-guessing steps off curbs or navigating across uneven gravel. And one joyful morning, I actually caught myself spontaneously dancing in the kitchen, something I hadn't done in years. Balance, you see, isn't purely physical. It's profoundly emotional. It's fundamentally about trusting your body again, with renewed faith. If you're unsure where to begin, a wealth of free resources are readily available everywhere. Countless YouTube videos, dedicated senior fitness classes, comprehensive balance guides, and even some insurance plans now generously offer online programs. Please don't wait until after a fall to seriously address your balance. Instead, consider it akin to brushing your teeth, a simple, daily practice that becomes life-changing over time. Just 5 to 10 minutes a few times a week can safeguard your future more profoundly than you might ever realize. Out of all the crucial things I've learned about aging well, this particular one might be both the most surprising and the most frequently overlooked. Not drinking enough water can directly affect your balance. Yes, really, mild dehydration, the insidious kind that slowly creeps up on us throughout the day, can subtly lead to unwelcome dizziness, moments of confusion, persistent fatigue, and even lightheadedness when you stand up too quickly. And all of these symptoms can put you at a very real and significant risk for falling. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. As we age, our natural sense of thirst changes. Our bodies simply don't always send us the same strong, undeniable signals they used to. So, even if you are not actively feeling thirsty, you could still be gradually running low on essential fluids. For years, I genuinely believed I was doing just fine. I enjoyed tea in the morning, a cup of coffee in the afternoon, and perhaps a small glass of water with dinner. However, what I hadn't realized was that both tea and coffee, especially the caffeinated varieties, can actually contribute to dehydration. When I finally sat down and did the math, I was consuming less than 4 cups of actual water a day. That's simply not enough, especially for someone in her 70s. Then came the persistent headaches, the mid-afternoon fatigue, and that unsettling moment when I stood up too fast and instinctively had to grab the wall because everything around me seemed to tilt. I mistakenly assumed it was all just a normal part of aging. But when my doctor asked me how much water I was truly drinking, I didn't have a good, honest answer. That very day, I started keeping a little notepad by the fridge. Every glass of water I drank, I marked it down. My goal was to consistently aim for 6 to 8 cups of actual water each day, explicitly not counting tea or soda, and the difference was absolutely remarkable. I had more energy, I slept better, my joints didn't ache as much, but most importantly, I felt distinctly steadier on my feet. So, here's my practical suggestion. Keep water readily available where you can see it, on your nightstand, by your favorite armchair, and even in your handbag when you go out. Sometimes all it takes is a pretty water bottle and a refreshing splash of lemon or cucumber to make drinking water a little more appealing and enjoyable. If plain water simply isn't your favorite, try incorporating herbal teas or even broth-based soups, but just be mindful of added salt or sugar. The ultimate goal is to stay consistently hydrated in a way that feels genuinely doable and natural for your unique lifestyle. Hydration may not sound like a monumental deal, but for women our age, it absolutely is crucial. It diligently supports every single system in your body, including the incredibly important one that keeps you upright and balanced. Drinking enough water is truly one of the easiest, most inexpensive, and profoundly powerful ways to actively protect your balance. The last common mistake I want to discuss is one that's so incredibly prevalent, we often barely even notice it until it's unfortunately too late. I refer to it as living in a fall, unfriendly home. You see, we spend so much of our lives within the familiar confines of our own homes that we begin to unconsciously overlook the small, insidious hazards that lurk around us. That beloved throw rug we've owned for 2 decades, for instance. That inconvenient lamp cord stretched precariously across the hallway. The subtle step from the garage to the kitchen that's just a fraction too high. We know our homes intimately, every nook and cranny, by heart. However, our bodies undergo changes, and what once felt easy and routine can suddenly transform into something dangerously risky. My pivotal moment of realization came one morning when I was carrying a heavy laundry basket. My arms were full, and as I stepped into the hallway, my foot unexpectedly caught the corner of a rug. I didn't completely fall, thankfully, but I twisted my ankle severely and was forced to sit down right there on the floor. That painful ankle injury kept me from my cherished morning walks for almost 2 frustrating weeks, all because of a seemingly innocuous rug I'd walked over 1,000 times without incident. After that unsettling experience, I decided to take a fresh, critical look at my home, not just with my eyes, but with an acute focus on safety, and what I discovered genuinely surprised me. In the bathroom, for instance, I had absolutely no grab bars, just smooth, potentially slippery tile and a bath mat that constantly shifted under my feet. In the hallway, there was only one single, dim light bulb casting long shadows. And in the kitchen, I kept my most frequently used pans on a low shelf that routinely forced me to bend and twist my body in awkward ways. All these things, which had felt completely normal for decades, had subtly become quiet, everyday risks. So, I took action and made a few simple, yet profoundly impactful changes. I immediately removed all loose rugs and replaced them with secure, non-slip mats. I installed sturdy grab bars not only inside the shower, but also conveniently next to the toilet. I swapped out those dim, inadequate bulbs for warm, bright LED lights. I even purchased a nightlight with a motion sensor for the hallway, which proved incredibly useful. And instead of painfully bending to reach items in the bottom cabinet, I reorganized and moved the pans I use most frequently to waist level, easily within reach. None of these changes cost a fortune, but they bestowed upon me something priceless, profound peace of mind. And let me assure you, there is absolutely no shame in thoughtfully adapting your home to better support your evolving needs. You are not babying yourself. You are intelligently protecting your cherished independence. You are making it significantly easier to gracefully move through life with unwavering confidence. And if someone else comes to visit, perhaps a grandchild or a dear friend, they too will inadvertently benefit from these thoughtful improvements. Here's a quick checklist I wholeheartedly recommend for anyone over 60. First, remove any rugs that have a tendency to slide or curl at the edges. Second, securely tape down cords or meticulously run them discreetly behind furniture. Third, install reliable grab bars in all bathrooms, not just within the shower, but crucially near the toilet as well. Fourth, strategically add nightlights in the hallway, bathroom, and bedroom areas. Fifth, keep frequently used items at waist height to consciously avoid unnecessary bending or precarious climbing. Sixth, seriously consider using a shower chair if your legs frequently feel tired while bathing. And finally, ensure all stairs in your home have sturdy railings, preferably on both sides for maximum support. These are not drastic, overwhelming changes, but they undeniably transform your home into a safer, far more supportive space. And that, in turn, translates into greater freedom, enhanced confidence, and significantly fewer worries about all those what-if scenarios. Because here's the undeniable truth: most falls actually happen right at home. But equally important, most falls can also be entirely prevented, not with paralyzing fear, but with thoughtful and proactive preparation. So, take a little dedicated time to look around your personal space with fresh, discerning eyes. Ask yourself, if I were visiting this home for the very first time, what elements would make me feel inherently safer and more secure? Then, bit by bit, day by day, take meaningful action. You absolutely deserve to live in a space that diligently takes care of you, just as you have spent a lifetime devotedly taking care of others. So there you have it. 8 common mistakes that quietly, slowly, but surely steal our balance, our confidence, and sometimes even our cherished independence. Some of them seem so small, almost trivial, like simply skipping an extra glass of water, or habitually wearing the same comfortable shoes we've trusted for countless years. Others, like deliberately ignoring subtle vision changes or brushing off the side effects of medication, often feel like things we can conveniently deal with later. But when taken together, these seemingly small habits relentlessly add up, and over time, they can indeed evolve into very real and dangerous risks. However, here's the truly beautiful truth that offers immense hope. You absolutely do not have to passively accept these challenges as an inevitable part of getting older. You possess far more power than you realize, more control than you may have been led to believe. And critically, you are absolutely not alone in facing any of this. I want you to know, to truly grasp and internalize, that you are still profoundly capable of strength, still entirely worthy of stability, and still deserving of a life that feels firmly grounded and wonderfully safe. If you've been hesitant or afraid to navigate that uneven driveway, if you've ever regretfully skipped an outing because of nagging concerns about your balance, or if you've ever quietly, fearfully thought, "Oh, what if I fall and no one is there to help me?" then this heartfelt message is explicitly for you. You are not weak for being careful and cautious. You are truly wise for meticulously preparing. You are incredibly brave for choosing to face these changes head-on instead of silently hiding from them. Actively taking care of your balance doesn't imply giving in or surrendering. It profoundly means standing tall, both literally and emotionally. It means diligently building the kind of unwavering confidence that empowers you to step forward again, not with lingering fear, but with exhilarating freedom. So, let me ask you something straightforward and sincere, and I would genuinely love for you to share your answer in the comments below. Which of these 8 common mistakes surprised you the most? Or perhaps, tell me, what's one specific change you are committed to making starting today? I personally read every single comment, and I can unequivocally promise you that your personal story, your insights, and your commitment might just inspire someone else to grow stronger too. If this presentation has provided you with helpful insights or comfort, please take a brief moment to like it. And if you desire more practical advice, heartfelt stories, and gentle guidance for living a smarter, more empowered life as you age, be sure to subscribe to this channel, Wise Elders Insight. Please, take good care of yourself, my dear friend. Your remarkable body has carried you steadfastly through so much in life, and your future self is undoubtedly counting on you to bravely keep going, steady, strong, and full of resilient life.